Alright guys, so quick video on acid base. Now we'll be looking at acid base, mnemonic, Rome, respiratory, opposite, pH is elevated, CO2 is decreased, we're going to be alkalotic, pH is decreased, CO2 is increased, we're going to be acidotic, metabolic equivalent, so pH is low, bicarb is low, we are acidotic, pH is high, bicarb is high, we're going to be alkalotic. Alright, so your normal numbers we're going to be looking at, the 3.5 to 4.5 for your CO2. pH is 7.35 to 7.45, and bicarb is 22 to 26. I'm using the ABG Ninja website to kind of go over this and discuss it. So I had a question pull up here. pH is 7.38. CO2 is going to be at 28, and our bicarb is at 16. So CO2 is low, bicarb is low, our pH is low, so we are acidotic. Bicarb is low, so it is going to be acidotic on the bicarb, and we are low on CO2, right? So CO2 is alkalotic, bicarb is acidotic, and our overall number is also acidotic, right? So our bicarb is causing our pH to be acidotic. Our CO2 is an alkalotic state trying to compensate. So when you come down here, we're in a metabolic acidosis, fully compensated with a respiratory alkalosis. We are fully compensated because our pH is within normal values. Both of these values are outside normal limits and showing that our metabolic state is low, pH is low. We're going to jump over here. So pH is low, bicarb is low, we are acidotic. So that's how you use the acronym. We'll do another question and walk through this. So we are pH is 7.26, showing that we are acidotic on the pH side. CO2 is low, bicarb is low, right? So same deal. So we are metabolically acidotic due to the fact that our bicarb is low. There isn't enough bicarb to balance out our bases and our acids. So we are acidotic, bicarb is low, CO2 is low, and we are not in normal range on our pH, so we are partially compensated because our pH is out of whack and giving us a respiratory alkalosis. Alright, to explain that a little bit better, right, bicarb balances out acids, CO2 increases acids, vice versa. pH is low, so we are acidotic. Due to a lack of bicarb, it is causing a metabolic acidosis. CO2, we are not blowing off the acids. We are trying to cause a alkalotic state to compensate for the bicarb being low. So that is why you get the numbers that we have here. So we'll do another one. So 7.55, we are alkalotic. CO2 is acidotic, and our bicarb is super high, right? So we're going to come back to our acronym. pH is elevated, bicarb is elevated. So we are alkalotic. So we're going to be metabolic alkalosis, being partially compensated because our pH is out of whack with a respiratory acidosis because CO2 is high. Alright, so that's how that works. So again, using your acronym, using Rome, go to your acronym, metabolic equivalent, pH is high, bicarb is high. So you get these numbers, right? pH high, bicarb is high, so you know it's a metabolic problem. CO2 is super high, so that means we are retaining that CO2, trying to give us an acidotic state to drop this down to normal limits. Alright, do another one. pH 7.25, so we are acidotic. CO2 62, we are acidotic here. So then we are going to go to the bicarb. Bicarb, we're within 22 to 26. Bicarb is normal range. So come back over. Let's look at it. pH is low, end tidal is high, right? Your CO2 is going to be high. So we are acidotic, respiratory. So respiratory acidosis. Bicarb has not moved, so we are not compensating due to the fact that bicarb is not adjusted. We are in a non-compensating state. And there you go. There's how we have that using your Rome acronym with the ABG Ninja site to couple those together. So, hope this helps. Hope it breaks down a little bit. Like I said, there's some explanations on here when you start reading it. I'll try to put out more videos as it goes on to get a little more in depth. But this is a really good place to start. I used when I started with the paramedic program to play around and understand what exactly is happening, why it's happening. Rome acronym, real good to be able to reference. So know your basic numbers, know the Rome acronym, and then, like I said, ABG Ninja, just a site that I started using that was free, super helpful. So any comments, questions, concerns, leave them on the side, and I hope this helps y'all in the future.